Hey there, it's Vancel Lucas. I will be doing my video recording on assignment 3, video reflections of professional responsibilities. So the first topic is explain what will guide your ethical standards as an educator. So I look at this one as basically doing the right thing, even when no one is watching. That's just what I look at it as. So being honest with your students, being fair, being respectful to all students, um, treating every student the same, not having favoritism, not showing favoritism. This is my second year teaching, and I learned that in my first year teaching, which is my previous year. I learned very quick that the students will let you know if you're showing favoritism. If you have students, well, sometimes I had students that I would talk to more than I would other students, and just on random days, and you and your kids just sitting there talking in class sometimes, and you'll have some students that'll say, Mr. Lucas, I think you show favoritism to this person because you talk to them all the time. You give them this, you give them that. I don't get that. And I learned that as a first year teacher because I was trying to build relationships with the students. But, you have some students that come up to you and just openly express themselves to you and just tell you everything. You have those students that don't come to you and express. Um, Maybe that they're shy, maybe that may not have anyone at home that that they think that they can just talk to or whatever the case may be. But it's you as an educator to make sure that everyone is being treated equally, and that's just how I look at that: being fair, doing the right thing even though no one's looking. Are you following the rules? Are you doing what you're supposed to be doing? Following expectations, the expectations that you set in your classroom, expectations that the responsibilities that admin gives you. Are you following those standards? And that's how I look at that. Then it says, what boundaries will you set with your students? So basically what I was just saying, caring about all students, but keeping it professional, not being too friendly, um, not trying to be anyone's friend. And again, I can go back to my first year. You know, I used to give candy to students when they raised their hand and answered a question, or give them chips or something like that, when I should have been using that as like when we played a game or something. And or I had like a trivia over math because I taught math in my previous year, and this is my first year teaching science fully. So that's what I used to do with my students last year. So it was, it's a learning step that I got from my first year. And it's amazing how much I've matured and grown from my first year to my second year. Um, Making sure that I'm, not having any conversations that are inappropriate, not showing favoritism, all that good stuff again. Um, so what boundaries would you set between you and your students? I also learned that you cannot be anybody's friend. You cannot, um, you know, try to be buddy buddy with the boys. Try to be buddy buddy with the girls. That's not a good look for me as a male, for one thing. And that's a whole nother different story. I can talk all day long about that, but the thing is just making sure that you setting boundaries. If you tell them to do this, that's what it's gonna be. And I harped and I instilled that in my students this year because I definitely learned from my first year, not having any experience to having some experience of this year. You have to set those boundaries. You have to have classroom expectations. You have to have those things. Good classroom management, that is a key. You have to have procedures for everything. Even though my students are in sixth grade and that's what I teach, you have to have procedures and rules for everything. It doesn't matter if it's just them going to sharpen a pencil. It doesn't matter if it's them just going to get tissue. You have to have a procedure or your classroom could be chaotic. Okay, then step 3, it says, how will you use social media? So basically, I look at this, if you wouldn't want your principal to see it, don't post it. Uh, just simple as that. I mean, um, don't add any of your students, obviously, the normal things. Don't add any of your students on social media. Or don't even follow them on your personal account. I don't care if it's personal account, business account, whatever it is. Don't follow them. Don't add them if they add you, because they're gonna look you up. Because I have some students that look me up. It's not that big of an age gap between me and my students. It is a big age gap, but it's not that big, if you know what I'm saying. So they think that I'm like their. I know from my first year they thought I was like their big brother, but I set that down, and I shut that down pretty quick with them. Let them know you don't pay any bills. We're not in the same category. Okay, so, and I just said, you gotta have a heart-to-heart conversation with them and let them know that you are the adult, and let them know, especially me being young, you got to let them know that I am the adult. You are the student. I'm here to educate you, and that's what it's going to be. Hey, so keeping your social media clean, that's everything. If you don't want your principal to see it, don't post it. Simple enough. Um, then we got the next one that says, let's see. Clarify why professional ethics are important nowadays as an educator. So, the ethics, I mean, they protect you. They protect me. They protect the students. They protect my career, your career. They do all of that. I mean, teachers' role, they matter. If we don't have any teachers, how would students be able to learn? Social media, okay, keep your profile clean. Keeping everything. If you don't want the principal to see it, don't post it. Keeping your students safe, making sure everybody's being respectful. Even myself being respectful to my students. This is not you coming being disrespectful. You're not gonna follow the rules, stuff like that. We have to have expectation. You have to have procedures. You got to have all this good stuff so everyone be on the same page. But ethics are very important. They protect everybody, myself, students. This is law. Okay, this is something that you have to abide by. You can get, in trouble if you're not abiding by these ethics, and if you get caught, it could be not good for you. Okay, so that's just wrapping up. Just answering those questions for you. I do truly believe that I am excelling from my first year. Not supposed to keep this between 5 minutes, 3 to 5 minutes. I'm going over a little bit. But when I get to talking about my students and stuff like that, it just gets good to me. But I could talk for days. My students know I could talk for days. But yeah, it's just being professional, staying the course, letting everyone know that this is how it's gonna be. This is my classroom. You're here to learn. We're here to focus, and we are here to build relationship as well. It's not just you do. I tell you to do this and you do it. It's not just jail. Okay, we want to come to school to have fun and learn at the same time, and that's tough to do because you got some students that don't know how to have fun and learn at the same times, and you have some students that do. So it's tough between juggling it, but you have to have some structure in your classroom. I'm gonna stop talking because that is my time. Thank you.